That is insane. Yeah, that is so much. Into a chrono, of course. I would actually love to see this Coddle at some point, just a pipe dream, right? But being played Coddle mid with Warlock 5, with Fatal Bonds, Illuminate combo, that used to be a thing.
Oh yeah, that would... Man. I mean, you would see it only very briefly, but it would be glorious.
Exactly, yeah. It would only be a quick second of death. And then everyone gets BKB. It doesn't matter anymore. But, you know, for the one instance they get to play it. All right. So, Thunder going... So, wait, before we get into the...
immediately.
Oh, they did? You're right.
Yeah.
Carl could be a kill. Nope. Carl's not going up to the high ground.
Because Moose's smoke broke just as they walked underneath a hawk. Suddenly there was a random Rubik walking there.
At least it took the ward down, though, so it's not that bad, and they can't deny their own, so it's okay. So what lineup are you deciding for, though, seeing these drafts? Do you like T1 more?
I definitely like T1 more, yeah. If, like, the Coddle is sort of slams the door shut, but on the Beastmaster pick, I'm already convinced. I'm already sold.
Okay. I would side with you. I mean, I like the Wraith King on Minos. I think is a strong pick for him, but it's just... They just haven't done anything against the Beastmaster, honestly.
Yeah, it's a little bit too little too late. You're going to have trouble clearing all your waves, which is a problem. They get some off-map push from this Wraith King, right? They really need that because they have two jumpers here. They have both the Mars and the Axe, who ideally need to be playing off-map the entire time. But you also need to usually be pushing two waves at the same time. Who's going to do that? Because whoever else you show up is always going to be a target. So there's a lot of problems here.
Is it possible for Mars or Axe to itemize in a way to achieve this, or is that just like a Mars?
Previous Axe could just build a Manta style, right? And you'd have things solved if you didn't lose already before 20. But right now, it's looking pretty harsh.
I don't think the Manta style build is justifiable any longer if you don't become a carry later. So what are the options of your Thunder? You see this draft, you're afraid of the Beastmaster. What can you do in the early game to mitigate? Or what can you do in the game in general to mitigate this?
You gotta trade very smart. And I think you need to prioritize the Blink Dagger on either of your melee jumpers really hard. Whoever you favor is just going to need to get all of the farm priority, even over your Wraith King. And then after that you have a Playmaker. You can go for backliners, you can go for Coddle. Coddle's gonna be worth a lot of gold. And you can start doing a pick-off game, hopefully.
Okay, so this sounds like there's chances, just as long as they get good trades. As you said, Coddle being a vulnerable pick is... You can abuse that, especially with heroes like Mars, for example.
Hopefully, but then the lanes will have to go well at first, and you're... For example, on this bottom lane, right, you're running a melee matchup up into this Beastmaster, who is... We're talking about not a lot of armor for the poor Mars, but neither does the Wraith King. He's getting chopped.
That is very true, actually. And the Snapfire is also a great combo with Beastmaster, because you cookie the boars relatively easily. Phoenix can sort of deal with boars with attack speed slow, but also no armor. And here we're seeing it come into play. Poor Wu has to Icarus die before the cookie hits him.
This is just a sustain lane. Minos is going to look to get a level 5. Maybe he's going to stand till 7, but after that he needs to go jungle, because this lane is going to get pushed through by the Beastmaster. Cuckoo is going absolutely nowhere. This lane is his.
Frank on top lane. Oh wow. What should the Axe be losing this lane against the Void line?
I really don't think he should, especially not with the extra trading capabilities of the Fate Bolt here.
Okay.
It seems like they're doing slightly better on the regen trade, though.
Yeah. Oh, that's true, actually. They didn't check Void's regen. He's used it a lot, so it's just a moment of an opportunity they got. Lane clearly not very much going their way, though. Let's see if they can afford a pull instead. They're going to go for White Mon. This should be a kill.
That looks pretty good.
And that's going to be dead. Yeah, good job. Frank getting a first blood. Not bad. Good start to the lane. And that's going to speed up that Vanguard and make Void useless sooner.
Yep. And this is pretty much the same case, right? This is actually very much like how the patch was 3-4 months ago, where both of the offlaners get their first item up, they rush hit, sometimes Vanguard, sometimes Helm of Dominator, and then the carry just needs to bail. And yeah, that leaves us with the mid lane that we haven't really talked a lot about. Look at what Carl's doing to poor Leo style. Always yesing against his tower, always in vision, always getting spammed out.
I mean, Carl's even taken his small camp. It's ridiculous. He has literally 0 chances. And this is a big deal if you know Thunder, because Thunder depends on Leo for most of their plays. He is very much whenever Leo has a bad lane, Thunder struggles to recover because he's very much their playmaker and their temple setter. So having a bad lane for him, even if it's just like this where he's just getting kicked out and Coddle's having a decent lane, it's already enough.
Triple null tally. Full on making sure that he can burst the entire wave on level 3 Illuminate. Covering himself. And there's just really nothing you can do, like, especially not because the Coddle is not using any resources for this, right? You're not getting close enough to hit him because you always have creeps to hit. And he keeps his own mana topped up. So you're going to be using spells and HP in order to deal with the creeps while he's only using mana and then getting it back anyway. There's no contesting this. He's not really laning against you. You're laning against him. He's farming.
That's actually very true. I mean, the fact that he can actually push the lane so hard, he can go into the medium camps and go farming. It's actually absurd. The bottom lane, they do catch Wu, though. And that's going to be a death here for Thunder Predator, taking advantage of what we talked about, it being a really strong lane Beastmaster snap player.
And just...
But top is going well for Frank, so it's okay.
Yeah. Is getting very close to that Vanguard right now. He's got his courier parked in the shop already. And that's where, well, the only problem is that this Coddle, you don't know if he's TPing to top. I don't actually think Frank can afford to start backlaning immediately because this Coddle can and will kill him. How do you leverage? Man, I feel so bad for Thunder Predator right now because I just don't see any good plays for them to make.
Right. As they kill Moose, did Moose just get caught by an Illuminate? Yes, he did. That's all that happened.
Yeah, he did. He was checking these stacks.
Don't check against a Coddle. Angry old man will blast you out of this world.
I mean, he's got that 500 damage nuke ready right now. It's the highest level on the map. It is absurd.
What a time to be alive, Kips. Oh.
Well, this
Carl.
is good counterplay.
Yeah, Carl's not going to be alive for long. Well, so he hopes. Yeah, we had Spirit to the Wall. Still a Blinding Light, though. Maybe with a Fairy Fire. Carl stays here, hoping for another hit.
I can't believe this.
Illuminate. Here comes Whitemon. Carl charging the Illuminate, but he's going to die to the Fate Bolt. Whitemon as well, caught by telekinesis. That Hex is not going to save him. That Haste Rune on Leo style will guarantee a double kill here for Moose.
Excellent. This is exactly the kind of thing you need. You need tier 1 to just overplay their hand, even a little bit. He immediately goes looking if there was anything to get bottom, but there's a Hawk watching that flank. Leo style will not make it into the bottom lane. Man, the only one who's suffering here really is 23 Savage, who is, well, getting pushed out of the way by this axe now. Very much recovered from that little hiccup at the start. And yeah, if you know the Coddle's not coming, you can see what Frank can do.
Yep. Okay, so this is his moment, but Coddle is coming. Look at him. Look at this savior on the horse. He has a smoke to be close, to be faster. Go, Carl. Has 1 point in the Solar Bind. 23 Savage, no Chrono just yet. Carl trying to be sneaky. Carl, the king of Void Spirit, now playing an older man but stronger according to Dota lore. Charges the Illuminate. There's the Solar Bind. Oh, send it back with Blinding Light. Frank is stuck. Another Illuminate in 2 seconds. Frank, he's actually tanky enough for now, but the Illuminate will catch him. And can he last 2 Illuminates? For now, he will, but the auto attacks from Carl, too strong. The essence of light will take down the axe. Bottom lane, though, Moose will fall here to Cuckoo. Well, Cuckoo is stuck. Against the arena he goes, and Leo style will get a counter kill, as Jeffer is the next target for this team. However, no slows here. It's only Leo style trying to catch up to Jeffer, and Jeffer should be able to get out of here alive.
So they buy space for that movement towards bottom with the axe death. This is probably what it's going to take in order to be able to get favorable fights. If you know where the Coddle is, you can take the fight. If you don't know where the Coddle is and he comes in reactively, the first thing you're going to know that he is there is, well, probably a 500 damage nuke hitting your entire team. So
yeah,
you have to play a little bit reactively for now.
I'm sorry.
doing
It's
it.
not that I don't take it seriously. I just can't believe we're talking so seriously about the mid Caudle and oh my goodness, and how oppressive he is as well. Like we talked about the Beastmaster at length. It's actually the mid Caudle that's doing everything.
Well, for now. I mean, the
Yeah.
problem, of course, with the mid Coddle is that he peaks extremely early, and then after that,
Yes.
he's just a giant farm guzzling monster.
I see you have played with 5 Caudles that played like a mid Caudle in your pubs, Frank. There's the time dilation hitting him. Slow down. Minos has joined the fray. He does have the reincarnation level 1. They send him back. Another illuminate, but misses Frank. So he's now capable of surviving this. Whitemon. Okay, there's another Earth Spike. Carl, 2 seconds, you have the Illuminate. Carl to set up for this. Frank should die to it. Solar Bind for extra damage, but they do find Carl. And this farm guzzling Carl might die here. He tries to charge up the Blinding Light, and he will get Illuminate as well. Carl for now living. Minos gets close to him, and Minos will guarantee this kill. Actually, Leo Style helping out there. But Leo Style is really far ahead. They're actually joining everyone. Thunder Predator, not even caring about the tier 1. They're diving like there's no tomorrow. And while they're doing this, the Beastmaster is playing his low-key Broodmother and taking down the tier 1.
The right decision. Get away from that Beastmaster. He is going to be determining the tempo from now on. And I can't believe how hard they're committing for it. This is definitely the right shot calling here. MNZ.
Yeah, I agree.
He used the
MNZ.
reincarnation. He's gonna die here.
Minos, there's a primal roar, shot in his face. There's no reincarnation, as you pointed out. But is there enough damage? Apparently not with a Sunray. Whitemon's brought down. Leo Style's God's Rebuke is too strong, and T1 is forced to retreat. In fact, Frank is coming in here with the haste rune. Berserker's Call is ready as well. Cuckoo has really nothing right now. He's gonna get caught with Berserker's Call near the creeps as well for more spins. The spear on top of this, and Thunder is bringing SA to SEA.
Dang. I think, personally, that's a misplay from Cuckoo to come top.
Okay.
Like, I know you kind of want to keep that top tower alive, but your power as a Beastmaster is keeping that pressure on the jungle, and you have vision superiority there, so you can waste a lot of their time by forcing them to go over. Now you're just playing defensively. There we go.
Lost Frank as well.
That's much better.
Where did that happen? Oh, okay, that happened top as well. All right, so finally T1
finally-
regained that.
Yeah, they finally have the level 6s on the supports. This is one of the big reasons why Thunder Predator could dive top so hard before. Versus the Mortimer's Kisses, as well as the Finger of Death, he can't do that. Maybe if you steal the kisses, that's a possibility.
Maybe. I mean, do you have anything to combo with the kisses here? Like, I guess Arena, yeah. Never mind.
Yeah.
Not even gonna ask.
You have great AoE control.
Yeah, you're right. If Supernova explode, honestly, kisses plus Supernova, how do you find it?
Oh, you don't. This Rubik has options for a really good game here.
Okay, take down this tower. I never actually seen a team hurry to deny the tower mid because usually map control is so much more important, but I guess they just knew it's gonna fall quickly.
Yeah, I might as well get it out of the way. And you're hoping that with your superior wave push between the Coddle and the Beastmaster, you're going to get that mid tower on the enemy side eventually anyway. As you can see, the Radiant Tower is only on about a third of his health already. And that's just creep waves that have been hitting it. There's no heroes there.
So here, since we have a bit of a lull, I want to ask you a theoretical question about that. If you're playing an aggressive lineup, like with pushers, say Beastmaster, Chen, these kind of heroes, right? A pressure lineup. Do you care as much about your towers, particularly the tier 1 or tier 1s going down? Or are you just concerned about opening the map for yourself?
So I actually think that towers are an aggressive as well as a defensive thing, because if you lose all of your outer towers, you're going to need to spend a hell of a lot more time pushing out waves as well as just walking towards the other side of the map. Especially the tier 1 mid shaves easily 7 seconds off of any map move that you want to make if you can just TP there. So I do think that losing this tower is quite a big deal. Like, if you have the better creep wave push, it's still in your favor if you're equal on towers, but they're not right now. So yeah, I like that Cuckoo is giving the mid wave a little bit extra attention, because they do need to take that tower in order to properly get the creep waves to their advantage again. And this is one of those things that's really hard to illustrate as a caster. Like, how do I illustrate how hard it is to play when you want to find pickoffs and there's just constantly creep waves in your face and no heroes showing? But I guess we have played those games, especially when, you have a support that doesn't really ward the enemy side of the map, or hell, at all. You can't do
Everyone's
anything.
been
You
there.
don't see anything. There's just creeps. And you know they're out there farming and you can't do anything.
That's true. That's a good example. That's a good way to put it. Especially because, as you express, I mean, this time it's not because the support is playing badly on Thunder Predator, but just Coddle. Or Beastmaster and Coddle, really. A Coddle with 4 nulls this time, by the way. Why go 3 when you can go 4?
It's ultimate slot efficiency. Look at that creep wave die.
Yep.
Thunder
Actually
Predator's
reminds...
doing a good job keeping up, by the way, especially because that Faceless Void is just so darn poor.
That's very true. And he's not a hero that recovers nicely in form. He's not the typical hero that T1 has been playing these days, like the Dusa, or, you know, the hard carries that Savage can rely on. Is much more of a tempo hero, at least for this draft specifically.
And they were fishing for a Chronosphere, but no opportunities really offered themselves up. Thunder Predator holding on to the mid tower very nicely. Now looking for a smoke themselves.
Frank. Looking for Sheffer. Alright, jump him. Moves and Woo nearby, just enough to cover. Heck. Oh, that's the pick pull? I was like, where's that Hex coming from? They did steal a little Shredder. I think Sheffer is going to die over Rubik. That's a scary animation with a little Shredder. Not a big kill, but, you know, they had to get something out of that smoke at least.
Yeah, they sweep the enemy out of their jungle again. Cuckoo is getting all of the farm priority on T1 right now. They just need that Helm of the Overlord to come online, and then he's going to start moving forward again. And in the meantime, Thunder Predator are doing a good job distracting attention away from their Wraith King, taking terrain of their own. Would have loved to see them plant a ward a little bit deeper than that, but I guess taking down the last outer tower wouldn't be bad at all.
Because you have some pretty solid team fight, and as you mentioned, the Coddle can't, like, he's just not that great of a playmaker. Can you actually force taking the enemy triangle? Like, is it a possibility for your team as Thunder?
I wonder, like, holding an area is going to be hard versus that amount of spam, right? I think your job is still to assassinate, and it feels so bad because you have really good area control yourself, but they just have the reach over you.
They're trying to assassinate someone, particularly 23
I think
Savage.
they saw his courier.
They must have. I don't know. They didn't see him, that's for sure. It was nighttime, so it's hard to tell. They did see him later on the ward, but it didn't really matter because he was already out of there. It's kind of hard to hunt the point anyway.
Overlord's coming in.
Oh, that's a turning point for T1, right?
Yep. They're keeping this golem alive. There we go. Smoke immediately. So now we're curving from the side into the mid tower, hopefully right underneath this dire ward that they already had placed. Leostyle's in perfect position to break this though.
Oh, but Leostyle, is that going to be a break or his life? Apparently, with the finger, if that is going to be his life. And he won moves as well. He did steal Chrono though. But you're not going to stop the Void with that. You're only going to create a bit more space for yourself. They hit him with a Solar Bind, send him back. Moves will die too. T1. Time for them to take the tier 1 tower mid that they've been itching to take for so long.
Finish it off, and after that, honestly, because you're running a Snapfire with your Beastmaster, you can take Roche immediately after if you'd want to.
It's true. He also has a... No, he has not built the Solar Crest, which is what we've seen a lot these days for Beastmasters, by the way. Overlord straight into the Solar Crest. Particularly good this game. You have a little Shredder, though, with Medallion, actually, on the Snapfire.
I guess right now they decide not to, because if they get caught by an arena, let's say with, for example, the Coddle in the pit, or if they don't have the Mortimer's Kisses yet, I can see them not doing it for now, but that's going to be the objective after the next one fight.
Okay, that's what they're itching for. And of course, Thunder does not want to get in that easy fight. They want to initiate themselves. That's why they go for a smoke.
And they've got a Radiance flying in, so Minos is ready to fight.
Okay. You go for the Midas Radiance. I mean, you can't get more SA carry than this. This is the build that's still used in this region.
I mean, Gloves of Haste into Radiance for me is the... But that's Hector, right?
Yeah, that's Hector. He loves that. Lil style. Okay, the Arena Blood. They catch Savage. He did go against the wall. With the Berserker's Call, they will kill Savage. And without your carry, no matter how strong the Coddle is, it's really strong. They're not really looking to fight this.
On this side, you gotta play it. And they've had excellent instinct on these smokes, getting these crucial pickoffs, because there's no way they can fight in an established area. Look at that. You didn't catch the Coddle, you don't get to push the wave. I'm sorry, guys. You want this tower? Come tank
No.
this.
It's true. Like, you can't even buy pipe against this, because that's just one pipe, right? The Illuminate is
one
one
pipe.
whole pipe. Oh. I guess this is when you buy Mage Slayer and you just rush to put the Coddle down.
Yep, possibly. I mean, something like a Weaver with a Mage Slayer could have done things there.
Yeah. If only Weaver was a good healer. I mean, I saw Creep Wave yesterday try.
Yeah. I, for one, am not sad that Weaver is not a good hero yet.
Crystal sure is, I guarantee you that. Roshan will fall here as you explained. They didn't even take a fight, they just forced resources, so they thought, yeah, I guess we can just afford to go for Roshan.
Mm-hmm. No arena, not enough control. Let's go, and another smoke.
What will
Gonna
T1
find Minos.
find? Oh, this would be ideal. Well, they need to kill him twice, so it's hard. Oh, actually, maybe not that hard, actually. Yep.
This is the best possible spot.
Yeah, Promo Roar still. Haven't used it just yet. Here comes Frank. They actually got the Void instead, but Void heals back up. Savage had a time buff. We're fine. Minos did already die. And we still have a Chrono. He still has Aegis as well. Carl trying to get out of the arena. That's going to be the Aegis immediately used. Leo style. The true carry this game for now. As they search after Wu. And Wu will fall with the auto attacks from that Helm of the Overlord.
And with that Granite Golem, alright, they're just all so dang tanky. Even this Coddle is not all that easy to bring down. Coddle didn't even stay. There's farm top.
I have a running joke with Richie that Coddle is one of the hardest heroes to kill in the game, and I think he's proving it this game. I'm gonna send him this replay for sure. Because he's so fast, he's so lean, it's so hard to catch his model.
Same.
It's insane.
Especially if you've been catching a lot of Skylark, I think you get that appeal.
Exactly, that's true. And he got one armor buff, Kips. Like, how do you even kill this hero, right? That extra armor is the reason why he's actually
damage.
That will always be my favorite meme. That and the Purge finding out what Slack's hotkeys are the two best pieces of content in Dota.
Why did you have to mention that? I'm glad there's no footage of my face when I found out.
I laughed so hard. I have never laughed hard at a piece of media. It's my favorite movie. 23 Savage. Take the tower. All right.
Based on a real story.
So they are the ones to take the first tier 1. Honestly, not surprising considering you do have a Beastmaster. But they are not that good at taking over the triangle, right? T1? Like, they don't have enough teamfight potential to just rush smoke the triangle.
No, I don't think you can stand there. You're really still trying to get your Faceless Void in the game at this point. Like, he is still the weak link of your draft. He's just so underfarmed right now. Like, that's just is Sanj. Is he really this poor? No, I was about to say almost the entire Yasha on the courier. I'm like, where is your money, son?
Yeah, right.
It's in the bank.
It's kind of acceptable, right? I mean, he's equaling the Mars. It's not too bad.
It's like it's also kind of hard because, as I said, this Coddle is slurping up so much of the ready available farm. You can't discount that.
Yep, you're right. Coddle is like a worse, just a more useless version of Tinker, really. And Carl was also one of those players, so actually, I think SCA probably has the best Tinkers. Mainly because they still try to play it, even after he was bad.
One of my favorite Tinker players is in this match right now. It's Cuckoo. That's because he's an absolute savage.
That's true.
That man just blinks in.
Yeah.
Again, I like men who commit. Might not always have been the best idea, but that blink is for going forward. Yes.
Yeah.
Very much.
Agree. We'll see. This creep is not going to break the smoke, but they're just running away from it. Like, oh, let's pretend like we're not here. Actually, not a smoke. Sorry, it's an Invis rune. Never mind. That's why Frank did get seen, and T1 will keep their space. We see a Helm, actually, for Beastmaster. Interesting. Or not Helm, sorry, a Hood. Why a Hood on the Beastmaster?
Honestly, not too sure. I'm guessing that it's going to be very useful once they want to go high ground if you have a pipe. And just stacking auras is probably advisable on that hero right now. But yeah, it's not the first thing I was thinking about.
Yeah, me neither. I was thinking, honestly, Soul Crest for buffing Void or Blink for
Yep.
initiating.
Exactly. Solar Crest. I mean, the Solar Crest in this game is going to be built by your Snapfire, so I was thinking Blink.
True. Yeah, that's a very good point. Maybe that's why also he's thinking I need one more like utility item before I go for the Blink. Jeffer caught. There's your Soul Crest. Oh, turns into a pig. Can this pig make it out from the butchers? I don't think so.
I think we're having pork chops tonight.
Yep. Or lizard chops, I guess. Or grandma chops.
Have you ever had like
no, Void's
alligator or
dying.
something? Oh.
Yeah, it hits like a frogfish. 23 Savage. He's gonna try to destroy this supernova, and he's gonna succeed pretty easily as well. Finding Leo style on top of this, still has that chrono, not even gonna need it. Leo falls really easily. Gonna go for moves. There's a Berserker's Call from Frank, but it's only gonna catch one, and that Kato, he's tanking it. He still has a Dagon. He can just burst Frank. He's not even gonna use it. The Finger of Death was baited, but not actually completed, I believe. So they still have they have the double zap. Oh no, they lost one zap. And Moose did steal that time walk. The Chrono used for a measly position for Rubik because he had it at the end of the fight. Why not?
You'd happily trade your poor little Mortimer for 4 enemy heroes, man.
Yep.
2-1, and this is why those previous smokes looked so impressive, is because if you're actually hitting on the money every single time, you're getting those initiations right. It looks like they're having a pretty decent game, right? But that was hard.
Yeah.
It wasn't going to work out every single time. And here we see what happens when they don't. And they're split. And they find a Faceless Void that by now is a whole lot tankier with its Sanjin Yasha.
Is there a point as well to the ease of execution of T1's teamfight as well?
I mean, the fact that Carl can just stand in the middle right now because nobody has damage for him is a sign on the wall.
No. And now he's under a hawk, by the way, Leo. They do know where he is.
Like, Carl just running forward right there.
He's genuinely kind of tanky. Like, this is becoming from a joke to reality. There's Mortimer's Kisses to try to finish off the Mars, but they get a Berserker's Call. However, Blinding Light stops Lion from dying for a second. Cuckoo survives a bit longer. Cuckoo against the arena wall. Cuckoo might be the next victim. He's hailed, though, and he actually survives thanks to the mech here. Wraithfire blast a bit too late. Minos trying to catch up to him, but Blinding Light will be what kills him. Minos comes back, but immediately down to low HP thanks to Illuminate. Dagon, the kill for Savage. Wu is trying to TP. Will he succeed? Yes, he will. So at least the position 5 gets away, but you've lost the rest of your team in exchange for a Lion.
Pipe doing a lot of work there as well. That's one of the reasons that Lion just takes forever to die.
Oh, good point. Yeah, I guess without the Wraith King, I mean even the Wraith King because he went for Radiance, right? A lot of your damage is really just magical.
It's just magical, and neither Mars nor the Axe offers that much damage. Axe especially not versus a team that doesn't right-click all that much. You're just getting zapped.
Which I just noticed, by the way, the Axe actually disassembled the Vanguard to go for his own pipe, which hasn't really had much of an impact here. We're seeing Frank trying to survive, this Shadow Blast him behind, and Frank is not going to survive because Dagon's gonna zap him to death. Oh, there goes your pipe.
Yeah. It's sad, but this is especially like this is a game where they just have more magic damage than your pipe.
Yep.
The more magic damage, the better pipe is, right? Well, after some point, BKB is the only option. And you don't have time to buy a BKB here. We're still at 27 minutes. You could have a BKB right now if you really rushed it. On like 2 of your heroes. The Mars has one. Yeah,
Mars is also... He's just been struggling because his lane also went kind of badly. So you don't get the super Mars that you're expected to, you know, the tempo controller Mars. And now you're actually... You're not that good anymore as a mid hero. I mean, Akata doesn't scale better than you, but you don't scale well either. You're not like the king of scaling. You're not like a Puck, for example.
Yep, and again, your talents, all of your stats got taken out of your talents, so your natural tankiness also really leaves something to be desired.
Yep, as we just saw here. That was... I mean, you're a good initiator, but you just need to be constantly initiating to take advantage of that.
Yep. And that has been slowed down too, with the cooldown on the arena.
Minos. He is trying to push bottom, but in comes Coddle, and Minos realizes. It's like all the work you've done your whole lifetime, you know, you managed to push this lane so far up to the tier 1. And one single blast and it's blown away.
One crazy old horse guy shows up.
Yeah. Cuddle is like my last year physics teacher for high school. And just one crazy old man, and all of a sudden, oh, there goes university. Time to be a caster. Anyway, H is taken for the void. We have the shard as well. I think they gave it to the Beastmaster, I believe. Yes. Love this shard. Actually, Dive Bomb has a ridiculous. Oh, Minos? Okay, Minos is playing the typical Minos play where you're not really sure if he's going right or wrong. And for now, you've lost moves because of this, but you will get a counter kill on Whitemon. In fact, the Arena Blood closes in 2 cores. Berserker's Call, they only catch 1 though. In fact, 23 Savage wants to come back to help out Cuckoo. Supernova finishes. Cuckoo still stuck, but he's tanking so much. Gets it from Aurora before he dies. And they've managed to kill Frank, so offlane for offlane. As Savage ready to fight here, going for Wu, bringing down the Phoenix. Now Leo Style can't deal with this Carl chasing after him, but Minos can. And Minos now fighting Carl head on. Carl has a blinding light though, making it hard for him to die. Dagon's Leo Style as he runs away from this Wraith King. And the Cookie will keep him in place. They kill off poor Moose, and Minos is left alone here. That's his first life, and his second will be closely after. As he tries to blink himself to safety. Maybe a counter kill on the Snapfire, but the blind makes this impossible. It's a rampage for Savage. But frankly, that was more Carl than Savage.
Savage is the reason that they get to make the fight that long. He's just the amount of kiting in that fight's absolutely incredible. But yeah, Carl bringing the damage for sure. And this is the problem for Thunder Predator. They get to survive during the BKBs, but they don't have damage during the BKBs because their lineup needs items for both those things. Both from the magic immunity as well as just killing people. They only have 1. So they get to live for a bit, and then after 23 Savage and Carl get to clean them up.
Yeah, and now we have just a dominating performance by T1. It's so difficult for the enemy team to really get any of the pickoffs we're talking about, or the right team fights. Their map control is completely busted. And you're still against a Beastmaster. So it's not like you had much of it in the first place.
In the past 4 fights that we've seen have all been pretty deep on the Radiant half of the map, haven't they?
Yep. And with Hawks always there as well to give the precise vision. Now with dive bombs as well, it's difficult for supports to stand near the Hawks. That Hawk is lasting way too long, that's incredible. 2 supports destroying 1 poor bird. We have Chrono, but right now we're just baiting here for 23 Savage, or perhaps we're getting a kill on Minos. Minos? Whitemon just stunned Mars, that means no counter initiation. Chrono's still available, they actually catch both. The Supernova is going to be destroyed first, and now it's time for Minos to die. They have any more stuns? They do, just the time locks will do. Minos is down. The counter Chrono by the Rubik is just not good enough because 23 Savage is too strong. The GG will be called. They can no longer beat Savage, and it is going to be a win for T1.